All entrants to Ray's massive Wipeout spectacular will get a free contest jersey as well as a pillow. And we're going to have some left over for spectators. We'll have a raffle giveaway for some extra prizes. The second day on Sunday, King of the Mountain Wrestling Contest. This is a new event. Check-in period is the same as the surf contest. On Sunday, you proceed down to the same registration area on the beach at 9:30 a.m. This is open to anybody that wants to wrestle. By the way, for the surfing contest, you have to know how to surf. A little bit. If you don't know how to surf, you can't enter just to get a free shirt. You have to know how to surf. Wrestling, anybody can enter. But if you're like really young, a child, you can play around on the wrestling mat, but this is big boys dance. We don't really want to get hurt. So this is not really for children. I think there's like maybe 36 people limit to this. So anyway, come on down and register, sign a liability waiver. How this works is there's a giant donut-shaped inflatable device with a mat on top like a trampoline. It's about 3 meters wide. The 2 wrestlers, which will be chosen by blind draw, will compete each other on this mat. The objective is to eject your opponent off of the mat, and then you win. That's why it's called King of the Mountain. No punching allowed, no kicking allowed, but you can use your arms and legs as a wedge to try to drive your opponent off the mat. If your hand or foot hits the ground, you're out. So if you're hanging off the mat and you touch the ground, that's it. You have to get out. Like in boxing or MMA, if the wrestlers are in a stalemate and stuck down on the mat for a prolonged period, you'll hear a horn blast. Equivalent to that. Because in boxing, that means you have to break it up, you have to separate and start over. Because in wrestling, you can be pinned down for a long time and not getting anywhere. So we do expect an up-tempo match. The other concern for safety is we'll have at least one helmet. The matches are as follows. For example, if we have 12 entrants, there's 2 people per match. So we're going to have 6 matches. But if the first person to score 3 points per match wins the round. So for example, if I'm wrestling 79 Joe, and I win twice, he can come back from 0 and win 3 and still beat me. So you have to win. The first person to win 3 points with your opponent wins that match. The winner of each match will again be randomly chosen to compete with each other in the second round of matches. So from 6 matches, it will go to 3. In other words, you'd have 12 entrants, 6 matches, 6 winners. Divided again, that's only going to be 3 matches. And so on, up the pyramid, until you only have 2 people competing. This is going to be the wrestling winner. They win the trophy and 1,000 pesos. There will be a second tier of wrestling that is King of the Mountain Wrestling. It's called Massive Attack. The Massive Attack, anybody who wants to join, all rushes on top of the mat at the same time. The last person standing on the mat wins the round. There's 3 rounds of King of the Mountain. The winner of the first round can choose if they want to compete in the second round or not. But no matter what, they're going to the finals. So each winner of the 3 massive attack rounds will compete against each other for the King of the Mountain award. And just like the wrestling match, those 3 people, the first person to get 3 points wins the King of the Mountain prize of another 1,000 pesos. Not 100,000, 1,000 only. Okay. If you want to sponsor this contest or the surfing contest and throw down any kind of awards or money, then you're welcome to support our local athletics youth community. But because we don't have a lot of support, you're going to win 1,000 pesos and a trophy for Massive Attack winner. One thing to know, if we have a lot of contestants and are low on time, the rounds will be reduced. For example, instead of having to win 3 points, maybe you'll have to only get 2 points or just win your opponent once. It just depends on how many people want to enter. I don't know if I explained it enough. I get very mad when nobody has any questions. You don't like me when I'm mad. This is the kind of competitor you're going to deal with if you come here, so be careful.